Hey all, Binks here, and today we're discarding all the cards. Today's deck is LockJaw, a awesome discard deck that tries to discard Apocalypse as many times as possible. As a 6 energy, 8 power card that says when you discard this from your hand, put it back with +4 power. Apocalypse is a super key card in a lot of different discard decks, so you get him pretty early on, so I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this card. But it also uses the awesome power of Dracula, a 4 energy, 0 power card that's at the end of the game, discard a card from your hand. This has its power. So if we can discard Apocalypse a bunch at the very, kind of middle of the game, and then we get to the end of the game and Apocalypse is the only card in our hand, bam, Dracula's going to discard it. It gets 4 power and then Dracula takes its power. So really, really powerful dynamic for only 4 energy there. Deck also has Morbius, everyone's favorite. It is Morbin time, a 2 energy, 0 power with ongoing +2 power for each time you discard a card this game. And then the real engine of the deck all relies on LockJaw. So LockJaw is a 3 energy, 2 power card. Says when you play a card here, swap it with a card in your deck. So you can play discard cards into it, discard some cards out of your hand, then they go into your deck, and then they flip with another likely discard card from your hand to really get that engine going. So we can play a lot of cards into this really quickly in the mid game and just get a ton of different discards. And the LockJaw lane itself can get really strong. We have Dracula or Morbius we might pull out of the deck if we didn't draw them early, so we can compete with that lane pretty hard. Then we also have like Chavez in the deck to pull out. Chavez is great in this deck. It helps get a better advantage like early on, so a higher percentage of getting our key cards can come out of the LockJaw lane. It's always going to be sitting there in the deck, so it's always a great pull out of LockJaw. And just on turn 6, a lot of times when you're discarding heavily, you've discarded everything, all you have is maybe 0 cost swarms and an Apocalypse. You can play all your swarms, play Chavez, and then still have the Dracula discard the Apocalypse, so it's really awesome. As for our discard cards, we just kind of run as many as we can. So we have Blade, Colleen Wing, Moon Knight. If you don't have these two, I know that they're pool 2 or pool 3, as well as Howcow. You can fit in Gambit. Gambit is a 3 energy, 1 power that destroys an opponent card. I like Moon Knight instead though, 3 energy, 3 power to discard a card from your opponent's hand. You can hit some key cards and really do some cool disruption in it as a bit more power. And then Swarm. Always make sure you're anticipating Swarm getting discarded, making sure that you have spaces to play these. You can play them into the LockJaw lane if, maybe you haven't been super efficient or you don't draw LockJaw till turn 5. You have a couple 0 cost swarms, you can play LockJaw and then boom, throw a couple swarms in there and really cycle through things really quickly, even if you get them towards the end of the game. Overall, this deck was awesome. I was definitely Q positive. I think that it's so popular on the ladder right now for a reason. It's a really fun deck, and you can make some really cool plays at the very end, choosing to play Chavez, or sometimes you play Apocalypse and just let Dracula discard Chavez. Lots of mind games that can go in, but overall I think that this deck is really awesome. I would really recommend it for climbing. As always, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. You can sub for daily Marvel Snap content and catch me live at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. They said early next week, aiming for Monday, so they haven't exactly said it. We're gonna snap because we have Dracula to drop in the storm lane. Yeah, Chicago Tavern Sauerkraut, thin crispy pizza is real Chicago pizza. That's very true. I wouldn't necessarily just say it's like the Chicago pizza. I think both of them are Chicago pizzas, but I personally prefer the Chicago Tavern Sauerkraut. I was actually at Vito and Nick's a little bit ago, which is super far on the south side. Really delicious. I think we usually beat Jubilee here. Unless opponent has like just crazy strong card. Yeah, Dracula just kind of dumpsters this. I could probably vibe here unless I get a Lady Sif. Like a Lady Sif off the rip really helps. I also just like LockJaw. LockJaw Calling Wing isn't too bad. The problem is I can't really LockJaw nowhere, and now I either have to play in the Superflow or not. Is it all that bad to play in the Superflow? It can't be all that bad, right? Just gotta start churning cards, man. Churn and burn, baby. Okay, I'm gonna guess opponent's trying to do Zola things, which is a bit spooky. We can get Apocalypse big enough to beat a Panther Zola, though. It's very much a possibility. It's very much a possibility. Is it what gets to 16? They get to 24? So we only need to discard this like 2 more times? It's actually very likely that whatever pops out of here can discard Apocalypse again. Luminati's is so dank, so true, so true. Every time I queue into the peak, opponent has Iron Man and Mystique in hand. Dude, just snap. Well, I guess that's not true. And then they don't snap until turn 6, and then you get away for a free 1Q. Nice Okoye, by the way. Alright, we need another discard. If we get another discard, I think we're fine, because the 24 will at least tie here, and then hopefully we'll beat the... Or maybe we just... No, we just throw Shavas in, right? Because what's in there that won't discard? Swarm? The only thing that's in there that won't discard is Swarm. How many cards do we have in deck? 3? So on our deck we have... I think we do the Shavas then, because we need to... If they're gonna Zola here, we need to win, I think. Okay, so what will happen if we do... If they do Zola? Let's just imagine they're doing Zola. We'll have 19... Okay, doesn't matter. I always love that. I'll like sit down with chat and I'll be like, okay, let's calculate all the odds of everything happening. And then just the opponent retreats. Like, never mind. That's way better. I didn't want to do all that anyway. Bifrost. Yeah, Bifrost sucks because it pulls a Morbius out, but it doesn't matter that much. The Lady Sif is so good in this deck. First stream, what's up, Chief? Welcome in. Master Chief logo, love to see it. Lucky the will discard blue. Yeah, no. I realize there's... Don't worry, I'm really far behind on chat. I keep getting far behind because y'all are crazy. But all cheesesteaks are good, so just go buy one. I don't have any place to get cheesesteaks really that well behind me. We always snap when we can storm in the Dracula. That's really good. Italian Beast versus Philly. Oh, probably Italian Beast, man. Italian Beasts are so good. I live by... but the problem is, like, it's not fair, right? If you live in Philadelphia, you probably live next to, like, 10 amazing Philly cheesesteak places. I live in Chicago. I live next to 10 amazing Italian beef places that I can get whenever I want. And I don't really know where to find a good Philly cheesesteak place. So it's like not like really a fair comparison, right? I think we just like YOLO Hellcow.
The Binksy.
YOLO Hellcow is kind of the player. We can also swarm. Nah, we just YOLO Hellcow. Binks, what's your thoughts on a mother-in-law Polish top with a tamale? I would probably eat it, but that sounds psychotic to me. But I would try it, dude. Fuck it. That sounds fun. All right. This is tough. We can obviously go Swarm Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Problem is that has a potential to lose.
The
I don't know how I would do it either. I guess I would do it this way, right? Because this is going to get +4 if we Moon Knight here. So this will get +4. This will be 13 left. There's no way they're beating that. We can at least compete here with +6. Especially if they try and do like any kind of shenanigans. But again, dude, we're in like the 25% of missing the apocalypse, right? Or we just keep pouring more petrol on the fire. Yeah, love it, dude. Livage Korean China hot pot beef wins. I don't know what that is, but I'd probably eat it and probably be good. Probably eat it and probably be good. Oh, opponent discarding more cards for me. Dude, opponent's enormous homie. Enormous homie opponent, by the way. Incredibly huge opponent. By the way, clip this. Tell them if anyone tells you that leader's an auto win, just clip this and show them it. Every time, because like, dude, I've seen so many people on Twitter and stuff just be like, leader is impossible to beat. Every time this happens, just clip it. Just send them this link. Their leader literally gave me more power than their leader gave them. We'll snap, dude. We get Dracula in dude, Dracula is such a good... This is such a good storm counter, man. No lie. It's such a good storm counter. Energy's weak. What's her name comes out for? Why are my nails black? What do you mean, why? Like, why do I have painted nails? No reason to play the cap instead since the discarding power. Yeah, I just, for whatever reason, just had like a weird opinion on how that worked. I don't know why I had it like that. Interesting. Bing says Frostbite, go back inside. What's your rough guess on the amount of infinite players? I don't know. They said it's like a decent amount. Decent amount aren't there. How do we figure out the end of this game? Hellcow Blade seems okay. We just like Hellcow Blade left is 9 power. We for sure, we almost certainly discard everything. Then we just add 9 more and lose 3 with the lizard, and the Dracula always wins. Yeah, I think this is our best play. They're gonna do their 50-50 for the... Are they gonna do a 50-50 for this Arnim Zola play? Is there a way we can... Is there a way that we can win against a 50-50 play? Very interesting. The Apocalypse. They're gonna do a 50-50 Arnim Zola play. It's hard. It's a hard thing, a hard question. Dracula's gonna get 20. We're gonna be at 23. There's nothing they can do to win there. Play Apocalypse right. So if we play Apocalypse right, let's think about this, chat. And they do that and they get the 50-50. They get 16 here. They get to 30. We tie right. This goes to 9. And then we win 13-5. No, there's no way that wins. We just have to shove us left, I think. If they do the 50-50 and then win, then they do the 50-50 and then win. We just have to take that, I think. I think we just have to take it if they win. He could just play right, but then the Dracula wins middle and we win left and middle. Still not enough. No, we get plus 20. Yeah. So this is why we do it, right? Because the Dracula discards the Apocalypse, it gets 20. Then we went 23-21. Easy money, chat. Alright, we just have to hope opponent doesn't have too much disruption in this game, and we're gonna pop. Lizard opponent definitely has Cosmo. Spooky. Sanctum, so we need to get stuff in the middle lane to get stuff over there. We're gonna snap. Ah, snap late. Terrible. We'll more. Ah, man, dude. We'll hold the more. Lady Sif. Sword. This is a 1 and 3 to discard the Morb. Because the Morbius over the left is going to be really good. Yeah, you should be able to undo your turn, 100%. 100%. It's just, it's a UI thing that needs to happen. Cosmo's a good dog. Cosmo's a good boy. It's okay. Game theory optimal. Marble Step involves hitting end turn after you play your cards. They really should. And unready. Yeah, it's tough. We're gonna win right side for sure. Opponent should not have invested that Iron Man into the right side. There's no way. Even if they get a Wong. 1 and 3, chat. 1 and 3 to get that Morbius, man. Jesus. Fucking A, man. 1 and 3 to hit the Morbius, man. We're just gonna try and get ahead left best that we can, and then Chava's over there most likely. Oh, we're winning this for sure. We are winning this 100% of the time. I can't imagine a single thing my opponent does to win now. Professor X, totally cool. We were very happy to have you, Professor X. If you think that your Spectrum is going to beat me over on the right, you're out of your damn mind. Give me cubes. Give me. No shot, dude. No shot. Marvel would win this? Maybe Marvel would win this. I think we're probably Lady Siffing next turn. We have very, very big hand. We're playing the same deck too, so they can be waving. We always have to keep in mind how many destructions they have. It doesn't look like any, even though Yondu does count as one. Damn, really, I figured it would have been a sure thing. Thought you met all the criteria. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's weird, dude. They have like weird things. Apparently, they say no to people super early very often. Is what like someone told me. So if that's just the case, then it's probably like what's going on. They just like deny people the first time pretty often. Okay. So we have to get as many discards as possible here. So I think what we want to do is we want to Blade and Hell Cow. Hella discards. So we win middle for sure. Actually, let's fight for right. Let's fight for right. We can win right with we can win right with Blade, Hell Cow, and some other stuff. They shouldn't be able to just wave here, which is nice. And we're pushing for right. They can death, but what we can do is we can just play our Apocalypse, chat. Oh, we're winning this for sure. So the Chavez just beats the death, but what we should do is actually Apocalypse left and then double Swarm right. We're always winning this. I guess, wait, we have to think about Arrow. How does Arrow lose? How does Arrow lose this game for us? How does Arrow loses this game? I don't think Arrow can lose this game. Does Leader loses this game? Does Leader right ties? We're way ahead. And we lose, but we're still way ahead middle. Leader does not win. Arrow doesn't win. They can't play multiple cards. No, we're fine. Opponent probably retreats. No shot, dude. If it's Arrow, we still just win. We just win right and we win middle by a ton. Magento? I think Magento is still totally fine. Yeah, Magento just gives us the trifecta no matter what we did. No matter what we did, we still won their GG's. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.